The courtroom doors open, and the familiar call rings out, "All rise." Judge Vonda B. takes the bench, her tone calm but commanding. The case is Ford versus Ford, a mother asking to be taken off child support. Ms. Ford steps forward confidently, explaining her son is nearly 18, living with his father and his new fiancé. She says she's still sending money, still providing, and she just wants the payments to stop. The judge listens, pen poised, already sensing this case isn't going to be that simple.
Support court with Judge Vonda B. is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1063, Ford case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Ford, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I came here to request to be taken off child support.
All right.
My child is almost 18 right now. I'm still sending cash apps, still taking care of my child, so I'm just confused on how the child is about to be 18. He's in the house with his new fiance, two-parent home right now, well, 2 incomes, and I feel like I just need to be taken off.
All right, so you came to court to ask to be taken off child support because he has a 2-parent income?
And because I do take care of my child.
All right, so what's the legal basis that you're asking to be removed from child support?
Ms. Ford lays it out. Her son is 17, a high school senior graduating in May. She insists she still supports him, even while traveling for her entertainment business. But her frustration is clear. She believes the father doesn't need her money. The judge asks calmly, "You understand you're under a court order, right?" Ms. Ford nods but fires back. She says he could have refused it. The courtroom air tightens. The judge gives a knowing look. She's heard this argument before.
Support.
What am I paying child support for when I can take care of my own child? My child is just currently living with him because I'm on the road due to my business and entertainment and stuff like that. But as far as cash apps and financial responsibility, I do that without him. My child is almost 18, so I don't feel like I need to go through him for everything.
Okay, I understand. And you say he's almost 18, so he's 17.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What grade is he in?
He's a senior, 12th.
He's 17, but he's a senior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gotcha. When does he graduate?
In May.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just feel like he's a user and I'm taking care of him and his new fiance.
How is he a user?
He's still allowing me to pay child support for a kid that I'm providing for.
Judge Vonda leans forward, her tone steady but firm. "Would you have done that if the roles were reversed?" Ms. Ford insists she would have. The judge isn't convinced. She reminds Ms. Ford that many in similar situations don't give up support so easily. It's not personal, it's the system. Still, Ms. Ford stands by her point. She takes care of her child, and she shouldn't be paying the father. The judge reminds her gently but firmly that custody determines support, not feelings.
Support for.
Right, but you understand you're under a court order to pay child support. That's not necessarily something that he's doing. That's what the court did the first time. You understand that, right?
Yes, but I just feel like he could have denied it or even spoke up and told you guys that I'm taking care of the child financially.
Why would he do that?
Because he don't need my money. I'm taking care of my own child.
Well, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Would you have done that for him if the roles were reversed?
Yes, ma'am.
You would have opted not to put him on child support.
If he's already provided financial responsibility, exactly, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't believe that.
Okay. I don't know. I see a lot of things when I'm sitting up here, right? So I can't necessarily say you would have done it or you would not have done it, but people in your certain circumstances, I can't say that I've seen them willingly.
Ms. Ford adds one more request. If she can't be taken off child support entirely, she wants a decrease. She argues her son is older now, no daycare, fewer expenses. The judge nods, making notes, then turns her attention to the father. The man speaks plainly. His son has lived with him nearly all his life. The court listens carefully. The tone shifts. This isn't about blame anymore. It's about facts.
Not put the guy on child support when the roles were reversed. So I don't see why that even matters, you know, that you take care of your child, the child lives with him, so you should be paying child support. You'd agree with me, right?
I mean, my child don't have to technically live with him, but you're the judge, so whatever you say.
But he does. I mean, technically, no, he doesn't, but he likes living with his dad, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to unroot him from living with dad if he likes being over there. No, you agree with me?
I agree.
Okay, all right. So is it okay if I move over to him, or are you done telling me everything you want me to know?
Yes, ma'am. With just one thing, so even if I'm not taking completely off, I do feel like it do need to be decreased, especially with his age. He doesn't need childcare or anything of that nature, so I will be requesting it.
The father confirms the details. He receives around $700 a month in child support and pays about $350 for health insurance. He admits Ms. Ford sometimes sends extra money. A little here and there. The judge probes further. Who pays for sports? Basketball, track? He says he does. Ms. Ford shakes her head. The judge raises a brow. This story has two very different sides.
Decrease if it can't be just thrown out the court order.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, sir. Your son lives with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has he been living with you?
Pretty much all the way up till now, pretty much.
So even as a child from the time this order was entered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And is it true what she's saying, she give extra outside of paying child support?
I mean, she does. I mean, it's a little bit here and there, but, you know.
How much child support are you receiving right now?
It's roughly around, it's probably about $700.
Okay. Who carries health insurance?
I do.
All right. How much is your health insurance?
Between, let's see, it's around, roughly about $350.
For your son only, or does that include?
The judge asks about visitation. The father admits Ms. Ford sees their son 2 or 3 times a week. Consistent. Active. Then it's Ms. Ford's turn again. She argues that she provides clothes, shoes, and even basketball gear through her own fashion business. Her voice rises as she insists, I have proof. I send the money directly to my son. The judge's expression softens slightly. She's heard enough to know someone isn't being completely honest.
The both
That's
of you?
with both of us.
Okay. All right. So if we split that in half, it's $175 a person, right? Okay. And your son is 17. He's still in high school. He graduates high school in May. All right. What other expenses does he have? Like, is he involved in anything extracurricular?
Sports, I mean, he plays basketball, track.
Who pays for basketball?
Me.
Who pays for track?
Me as well.
Does mom help out at all with any of those extra expenses?
I mean, no, not really.
Wow.
Well, she said she's seen Cash App and such.
I mean, that's, here and there, It's here and there, it's not, yeah.
But sending extra outside of the $700, that counts for something, right?
Counts for some, yeah.
Judge Vonda listens as both parents go back and forth about cash apps, sneakers, and school expenses. The father says he doesn't know about any extra payments. Ms. Ford says she sends at least $500 a month. The judge stops them both. Calm, measured. We're not calling the son. He's still a child. The room falls quiet. It's clear this is about parental responsibility, not pride.
I mean, but I feel like, he's with me most of the time, so I feel like, that is needed. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay. What is her visitation like with your son?
She comes with 2 or 3 times a week, sometime, or he'll stay with her 3 times a week, something like that.
Okay. So is that pretty consistent?
Yeah, it's consistent.
All right. So consistently, I'm back over to you.
Thank you.
Consistently, what does your visitation look like?
Anytime that I'm in Dallas, I'm spending time with my child. And he also does not provide any clothing or anything of that nature for him.
He lives with him, so he has to be.
No, ma'am. I drops all that off. I'm a fashion designer and I have my own clothing line, so my child is always provided with.
Then comes the law. The judge explains it clearly. You pay child support until the child turns 18 or graduates high school, whichever comes later. Ms. Ford nods, realizing she's still legally obligated. But the judge acknowledges her efforts. She notes the mother's extra payments and her active involvement. With a measured tone, she makes her decision. Child support will be reduced from $700 to $450 until graduation.
Clothes and sneakers, everything he needs for basketball, uniforms and stuff, I cover that. When he needs shoes,
He just said he pays for it.
maybe the training, but as far as his equipment and shoes and stuff, my son asked me for the money for that and I send him the Cash App. I even have the proof. So,
Does she do that?
I'm paying for that stuff. I don't know what she talking about.
Well, somebody not telling the truth.
ma'am, I have Cash App receipts to show that I send money for uniforms, sneakers, wristbands, anything, movies, any extra activities my son would like to take part in.
We can call him.
Well, no, we don't want to call him. He's still a child. We don't want to
Yes.
do that. But somebody is not being honest. If she's saying she's sending you money through Cash App, are you putting in the memo line like what it's for?
No, I'm sending it to my son directly.
Oh, you're
he has
sending
a
it
bank
to the
account.
child
Yes.
directly. So maybe you just don't know that she's doing that.
I guess that's the case because I don't know anything about that.
What are you paying for exactly?
As far as, uniforms, his everyday, food, clothes, everything he has to do.
She's
for
saying she
school.
provides all the clothes.
He just buy food sometimes, and I even send Cash App for pizza and stuff like that. So I'm paying for pizza for him and his fiance and my son as well.
So you're doing more,
Exactly.
is what you're saying. On average, with Cash App, how much would you say monthly you're sending your son?
500 minimum. His sneakers is $200 and better, so I'm buying them 2-3 pair of sneakers a month. Actually, it's probably about $600 a month, ma'am, that I'm sending additional to the child support order.
Okay. And health insurance, is dad only covering that? That's not anything that you're covering?
No, ma'am.
All right. Under your court order,
The father looks surprised but respectful. The mother exhales, part relief, part frustration. Then emotion takes over. Ms. Ford blurts out, "I'm tired of taking care of his whole house." The judge's voice cuts through sharply. "Don't backslide," she warns. "You don't know what goes on in his home, and it's none of your business." The tension breaks. Both parents grow quiet. The judge gives a final nod, firm, final, and fair.
were you ordered to reimburse him for health insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, do you have other children that reside in the home?
Yeah, I have 2 others.
Okay, do you have any other children?
No, ma'am.
Here's the deal. Legally, you cannot come off of child support just yet. Reason being is that a child that is the rule is you pay child support for a child up until they turn the age of 18 or until they graduate high school, whichever one happens later. Your son is 17, he's still in high school. He doesn't graduate for another few months. So you will be on child support still until he graduates high school. Do you understand that? That's what the law says, all right? Now, what I do think is very telling is that she is paying more. According to what she said, and you didn't refute it, she is paying more than the $700 that she's giving you monthly. So if all of that is, assuming that is true, because you didn't say whether or not it was true or not, I think she should get somewhat of a break on the child support, the monthly obligation, at least. Health insurance was never ordered for you to reimburse it to him. So what I'll do is just keep it like it is, where you just keep maintaining the health insurance. And you didn't file anything to request that anyway, and you didn't file anything requesting any adjustments to the health insurance. So What we'll do is just decrease your child support to $450 because according to your testimony, you're sending roughly about $500 anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
On Cash App. So we'll just reduce your child support obligation to $450, and you'll have to pay that through graduation, which is another, 6 months or so?
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like that. I think that's fair. I think that's what's in your son's best interest. According to her, she's doing a lot, and she's giving it directly to your son. And unless you have something in writing that can refute that, then I have to assume what she's saying is true.
I have no clue about the Cash App thing. I mean, there was no conversation. I mean, I don't check his Cash App like that.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't have a conversation with your son about that because it's really kind of inappropriate, for you all to discuss that. But if he's still enrolled in those activities and those activities are still taking place, there has to be some validity to what she's saying if you know that you're not covering that extra.
The gavel falls. The case is closed. The judge reminds both parents that child support is about one thing: the child's best interest. Not revenge, not resentment, just responsibility. Closing line. In Judge Vonda B's words, support is not punishment, it's partnership for your child's future. Fade out. Support Court with Judge Vonda B.